as anything. There was a run he converted in front of our bench where it really wasn't very clean, and somehow he got through there. So it was like a 4-yard gain, but it was a heck of a run to make those 4 yards. And you know, he's a great young guy. Just works hard, and he's really, you know, on his rhythm.
He made a nice catch on a play. He kind of had to improvise. He missed the blitzer.
Yeah, chipped. It looked like a little slip screen. It wasn't.
He said he was trying to crush him, and he whiffed on him, but he's still smart enough to release and get upfield. And that was a huge completion.
Got his eyes around to Nate. Nate found him, and then made a big play. So and that kept the drive going, which is really, yeah, it was critical. And good players do that. So it's really great to see him playing like he is.
Are you happy with the way your offensive line coalesced after Lyric left? I mean, you guys still put up 465 yards, 200-something yards rushing.
Yeah, first of all, I mentioned Tristan going left. That's you know, he hasn't done a lot of that in practice.
Yeah.
He does some, but so that was a big part. And then Levi and Kallenberger was in there too. So you know, we kind of rotated guys around a little bit and played a lot of guys inside. Britt played, Ince played. That's the first time they've ever played. Obviously, both Paulsons were in there.
Tyler shot.
Yeah, Shooter was in there, getting some reps, and then the guy, you know, we just forget he's a first game player actually, is Linderbaum.
Yeah,
you know, but he played pretty good in there too. So some young faces, but I thought overall those guys played well.
Nate tonight really was the mature senior quarterback that you guys kind of needed to be. You need some energy, and he was there for it.
Yeah, he did a really nice job, and we were just talking about the 2 runs. That was great to see. Although we got to work on him getting down a little sooner, but it was great to see him, you know, pull the ball down and run when that opportunity is there. That's tough on a defense if a guy will do that. And he played through some tough things. You know, I think they were, you know, we felt like maybe we were getting grabbed a little bit on some plays and things like that. But he just kept playing and broke the ice on that.
Injury Martin's first grab as a Hawkeye, as a touchdown. How cool was that to see?
Oh, it's great. First of all, it's great to have him on the football team, and it's his first time playing in Kinnick. You know, he's seen it a bunch, I'm sure, but first time he's had a chance to play in here. So for him to have some success, I think that's really a positive, not only for Oliver, but our whole football team, and we're glad he's with us.
Sean Byer made some big catches tonight, 2 tough catches.
He did, yeah, and that was great to see, obviously, with the graduation of our 2 guys, or the loss of our 2 guys from a year ago. You know, Nate played well, and we're going to need Sean and Drew, and Laporta was in there, a true freshman. We got him started up a little bit, so yeah, we're going to need that whole group, but this is Sean's time to go. He's in his junior year right now, and he's had some injuries he's had to fight through, but really good to see him have that success.
Is that the consistency you're looking for from the run game? What you saw in them?
Yeah, you know, from the sideline, it looked pretty good. It looked like we, not every play is perfect, and obviously the turnover wasn't so good. But yeah, it looked more like what we're shooting for, and thought all the backs in there that were in there ran decisively. You know, Tyler lost his footing on that one, tried to get his foot down and cut up in there on that one to the left. But I thought all the guys ran well, and Torrin runs hard, and that's you know, that's what we expect from him.
What's allowed Tyler to get the playing time that he got tonight?
Tyler
Goodson.
He's just done real well this whole month, and you know, for a first-year guy, seems pretty unaffected by it. I'd say the same thing about Britt and Laporta. And it's interesting seeing him in the locker room. It's like, you know, no big deal. It just seemed like it was another game for him. So those guys are a little bit more poised than I would have been. I know that at that age. So that's something you like to see. And but he's practiced well. He's a sharp guy mentally, and you know, he handles himself really well in the field.
Update aside, you know, what kind of spirits was Larry in afterward? You know, I mean, big sees ahead going down on the. I think it was the 2nd drive of the season.
Yeah, he was good. He was in the locker room. He's fine. So you know, we don't know right now what the extent of it. So no sense having a morning right now, or you know, worrying about it. And keep our fingers crossed.
You did cut it to 10, and if you come out the next series, that's when Tyler Goodson played. That true freshman. Did you think twice about putting him in that position?
Oh yeah, I did a little bit. Yeah, total honesty, but. Yeah, we kind of mapped it out and planned it and talked about it during the week. And the guys have been practicing well. The guys that I mentioned a minute ago, all those newer guys that were in there, that was just part of our plan. We're going to go with it, and a chance to get them up and running. And we've all learned about ourselves tonight a little bit more. And the best part about it is how we responded in the second half, because the first half, you know, sputtering here and there and all that kind of stuff. We came out and played better football. So, and I thought the staff made good adjustments at halftime too, because they were doing some things that made it tough. You know, a lot of guys we haven't seen on film, and then they do some things that we hadn't seen them do on film. And, you know, we didn't know who they were going to play at quarterback, and I thought Gabbert played really well. I mean, he made some good throws, and they found some weaknesses in there, some things that we're going to have to coach up and do a better job of. But that'll be good for us since we survived it, but, you know, it was a concern during the game.
Beyond injury, were you planning to play that many guys on the offensive line?
Yeah, we were still going to play guys, but we just didn't know that was going to be part of the rotation. But we were going to play the guys I mentioned. Yep.
The balance of the passing game, is that kind of how you would envision it coming into it, just to spread it around like that?
Well, it'd be wonderful if we keep doing that. Yeah, it just makes us a better football team. And last year I know there's a lot of focus on the tight ends for obvious reasons. Those guys were exceptional players and talents, and then we weren't as good at the other spots. But I think we're a little stronger, just overall right now. So that's probably how it's going to shake out.
Coach, you talked about adjustments. What were some other keys to finishing some of those drives in the second half?
We did a couple of things in the running game, and they were down in there pretty good, which you'd expect. And then thought some of the stuff we threw the ball down the field a little bit more in the second half, and I think that helped us too. So we just kind of loosened up a little bit and did a little bit better that way.
When you look at Tyler Linderbaum, what he was able to do, because I know he kind of had some growing pains at times in August, but seemed to no center snap exchange issues, and then walking downfield and it seemed to be.
Yeah, first of all, he really enjoys playing. He enjoys competing, and but yeah, for a guy playing center, and that's kind of a position gets hidden a little bit, but it's a tall order. There's a lot going on up there, and he seemed to handle it really well today. Nothing glaring that we saw from the sideline. So he's just got a really good demeanor. He likes playing, he likes competition, and so that's a good start for him certainly, and anxious to see the film on him.
AJ Epinesa, I think, played every snap until the absolute end of the game. He was double teamed constantly. How do you go forward with that? Do you like that he's getting double teamed that much? Can you game other ways to get him back?
There's nothing you can do. If they want to double team, that's two checkers for one, right? It's been a long time since I played checkers, but I think it's a good thing. So it's just that's going to be part of the deal, and he's going to have to live with that a little bit. Wasn't double team all the time, but they were chipping a lot, and tight end over there and all that kind of stuff, which is good football. They've got a good staff over there.
It reminded me a lot of when Adrian Claiborne was a senior. They kind of did that.
Yeah, it's the curse of being a good player. Sometimes that happens, but that should free some other things up for the other guys, and it's a team effort out there. But he'll be good. He'll be all right.
What do you know about Oliver now that you may not have known in June?
The biggest thing, we've had him, it's like anybody, you had him in the program, strength conditioning, you've had him through summer camp, and now we've had a game at least, to start it out, so it was a positive start for him that way. But he's been great ever since he's been here, and we're just happy he's with us, and it was good to see him make some plays out there. It's got to help his confidence, and I'm sure, it's not like he's played a lot of football, so that's got to be a good thing for him too, I would think.
Is he a sponge in terms of picking up what you do here?
He can pretty much play all the receiver positions, yeah. So he's picked it up really quickly, and not everybody can do that. That's not easy to do. So it's a real positive that way, and it gives us more flexibility.
All right, thanks everyone.
Okay, thank you.